Bears beats Battlestar Galactica and BD. Hello friendos and welcome back to my channel. I am BD, and if this is your first time here, well hey girl, you look cute. And if you are a returning viewer, okay, and subscriber to the BD Presents channel, what goody, okay? I am back with another video trying to get the consistency ball rolling again. You know what I mean? And so I'm here to talk about a few new things because y'all know I love a new thing, okay? We love as a community a new thing, but as always, I pray that you're doing well. Stand in your word, stand in the word, his word, okay? Not ours. Stand in his word, keeping God's commandments, making sure that you're taking good care of yourself, okay? Doing some internal work when that is necessary, okay? Don't be afraid to reflect, okay, on the things that you need to improve, okay? And trust God to see you through it, all right? Now, you see what happens, all right? When you are subscribing to the BD Presents channel, you get a bit of an elevated, enhanced, elongated, and encouraged greeting, you know what I mean? If you want to, you know, be a part of this, you know, community, all you have to do is subscribe. This little red button right under the video, this little doorbell, if you will. And it just lets me know that you're here, you know what I mean? So next time when you see a video and you hear the greeting, you're like, she's talking to me. Oh, I could do that. She's talking to me. I'm subscribed, you know. But anyway, now that we got all of that out of the way, Chello. Okay, so I have been seeing the ads, okay, constantly about Athena. Now, I thought Athena was a shave club, you know what I mean? At least my first intro to the brand Athena was through their razors and like shaving cream. I think at one point it was like just an online company that you could order like reasonably priced razors. Like they have subscriptions for men's razors and stuff like that, but this was like for the ladies. But they branched out to retail, so you could get your stuff at like, you know, a Walmart, a CVS, a Target, what have you. And it was razors and like shaving products. I think they even had like wax strips and stuff like that too. They still make those products, but they have expanded their product lines, as with most companies nowadays, because you know, personal care is a booming business. The girlies have really, you know, popularized it since the pandemic, you know what I mean? Because we was just at home, all you can do is take a shower, you know what I mean? Which something we should be doing daily anyway, but you know, multiple ones, and wanting to, you know, romanticize it so that it's not, you know, because we were stuck at home. But now, you know, with so many options, you know, we have things to explore. So what I was intrigued by was that they had fragrance mist, okay? That is a new item for them, as well as their body lotions. I think they've had body washes and lotions before, but they've expanded the scent lines or the scent collection for the body lotions, and now they have mist. So there are 8 new mists with coordinating lotions. First scent I'm going to talk about is Amber Hours. Now, y'all know I'm a packaging girl, and I think the packaging for the entire both collections is just fantastic, okay? Amber Hours, though, has notes of creamy gardenia, vanilla, amber, and raspberry leaves. This one is a bit of a green amber scent. It has that gardenia, which can read, it's a white floral, but it can read a little bit green. And it also has raspberry leaves. So it's not giving you straight up like juicy raspberry flesh. It's giving you the leaf of it, which also for me translated as green. It was nice, but it wasn't anything that was like, okay, this is super different. Amber for me, like rose, is always going to kind of like overtake an accord. So it was balanced, but at the end of the day, it's an amber scent. You know what I mean? Now, the most popular scent from this collection is going to be their golden vanilla. Obviously, gourmand is, you know, a big thing, and the girlies love their vanillas. I'm not someone who loves a super sweet gourmandy in the desserty type of way vanilla. And I really must say, I love this one, okay? It has notes of vanilla cream, cashmere, sandalwood, and tonka bean. Not a secret on my channel that I love sandalwood scents. I love woody scents in general, and sandalwood is on the creamier, softer side of your woody scents or woody notes. So I really like the sandalwood in this scent. It was almost like a floral vanilla accord, which I personally love. Surprisingly, because again, I'm not really a gourmand girl, but I have my moments and we're gonna get to that. But that one is really, really good. Next up on the list I'm gonna talk about is Super Pink. Pink is my favorite color, okay? Lately, I've been trying to incorporate more pink clothing in my wardrobe because although I love the color pink, I don't tend to wear a lot of pink, and I was just like, what's up with that? So when I saw this fragrance was called Super Pink and it was in this beautiful pink packaging, I was like, oh my goodness, I know I'm gonna love it because it's super pink. The notes for this one are mandarin, island orchid, vanilla, and tuberose. Those are not the notes that I would have considered putting together for a fragrance called Super Pink. Now, what they say in terms of the description is a blooming paradise escape, bright mandarin sliced, island orchid, creamy vanilla, and amber woods create a dreamy, sun-soaked fragrance. I don't think that. I think Candyland when I think Super Pink. You know what I mean? This translated as like an orange sickle type of fragrance with a hint of like a floral note, which was like, well, that's different. You know what I mean? But not, definitely not a scent accord that I like or a profile that I like, and not what I was expecting. For me, Super Pink, I would have used like lychee or frangipani, and interestingly enough, they use both of those notes into their other fragrances like Petal Bloom. Petal Bloom is a floral scent that has rose water notes, peony petals, lychee, and they say this is a Sephora accord. They describe this as a juicy lychee and soft rose scent mingled with cedarwood and peony petals. I love a Sephora accord. That's gonna be your woody accord because, as y'all have just heard and probably familiar with if you frequent the channel, I love woody scents. So the cedarwood here, great. Lychee here, super great. It's a bit on the sharp side, which I feel like plays well with the rose. But it's another rose scent, and I feel like also with vanilla, everybody wants to have a rose scent in their collection because Delina really did something to the world, even for me, because I was not a rose girl at all. But that changed the game. So this is an approachable rose. It's not going to be as strong, I think, as a Delina, but it's very nice. And I think the scent profile is great, but I don't need any more. I got covered in roses. I have Delina. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Then speaking of frangipani, which I really like, and y'all know sometimes I butcher the pronunciation of things, okay? I have Arkansan blood in me, okay? So sometimes it's a twang, or I just straight up make it up myself. And that's just a me thing. That has nothing to do with region. But anyway, is Solar Muse, okay? Solar Muse is a scent that has bergamot, neroli blossom, frangipani, and sea salt. So frangipani is a floral and it has a tendency to be sweet, like candy. This one was great, but you know, you get your citrus from the bergamot and the neroli, a bit of that beachiness because solar scents are beachy, and I've realized over the course of being on this channel and trying a lot of products, I really enjoy a solar scent, especially in the warmer months. Like, give it to me, you know what I mean? Smells like the beach, smells like airiness, smells like it could be aquatic without giving you that wet dog kind of aspect, because y'all know I don't know. You know what I mean? So this one was amazing. This is probably my second favorite of the entire line, okay? And I'm gonna jump right in now to my favorite of the line, which really shocked your girl, okay? And I don't think I mentioned pricing for these. So $16 each, the fragrance mist. The lotions are only $11, so that's not bad. And they do have body washes for a number of these scents. And this is Salted Sunset right here. I got the lotion and I got the fragrance mist naturally. All of these are hair and body mist. I want to point that out. So that means that the concentration of alcohol is going to be different from your traditional one. And one of the things that this brand really wants you to know is that they're using a higher concentration of fragrance oil in all of the mist. So they say they're using 5%, and that's double the industry standard, okay? So that means you can really layer this. It should have some staying power and it should have some projection, okay? That's what I gather. You know what I mean? So I got, again, the fragrance mist and the lotion. Again, I love the packaging. I like that the colors for the items coordinate. Like, I'm into it. For the lotion, just to talk about some of the properties of the lotion, it says it is a skin perfecting body lotion with a blend of 6 nourishing oils and butters to support your skin's barrier, and it has hyaluronic acid and ceramide complexes, which is very nice. You know, you want to make sure that you're putting on things for your skin that are good for them. You know what I mean? So that is good, and it has, you know, all the nice niacinamide, a lot of great things here, and it has an elegant, irresistible scent. Why, you ask? Well, that's because of notes, okay? Now, another thing that I noticed when I purchased the mist is that while the products on the front label are going to just give you maybe 3 or 4 notes, there are a number of additional things going on in these fragrances, at least in the mist, okay? So this says on the front of the packaging, caramel, which I was like, oh, surprised to see you here. Coconut milk and pistachio. And when the whole pistachio craze was going on, I just watched, you know what I mean? Because I let the girls have their things, you know what I mean? But I was like, you know what I mean? For myself. So I was, very surprised. On the mist, it says the top note is cherry and pistachio, which, no duh, sometimes pistachio fragrances can have a cherry and vice versa vibe to them. The middle notes are almond, again, almond, cherry, pistachio, all kind of have a weird, nutty, cherry, almond-esque, like they all related, you know what I mean? Almond, coconut milk, and cedarwood, and then the base notes are vanilla, salted caramel, sandalwood, and musk. So you have cedarwood and sandalwood. I was like, of course I like this. Like, something would be wrong if I didn't, you know what I mean? But the mist is what I'm here for. The mist has 6 fluid ounces, which is 2 ounces less than your typical like Bath & Body Works fragrance mist. I love the packaging here because it gives perfume vibe, okay? I love the cloud kind of top to it. It's plastic, but it feels durable. It has a great hand feel, and I feel like it's easier to travel with this style of mist versus a standard like mist bottle. This scent, though, great mister too. Unbelievably good, okay? It's so rich. It does give you, like, if you're somebody that liked a sweetheart cherry, you know, or you like any of the creamy pistachio scents from like EOS and things like that. If you like the Jergens almond, cherry almond lotion, you know, this is the grown-up version of all of those things, okay? And it's polished up with that musk and that cedarwood, you know what I'm saying? And it's a hint of creaminess with the vanilla. The caramel here takes a back seat, I'm not gonna lie. I don't get that as a forward note. I get the coconut milk. It gives me like this and Cocoa Paradise. You know what I'm saying? Would probably go crazy together, sadly. Sadly, I had to part with my Cocoa Pea. And y'all know I love Cocoa Pea, but there always will be new scents. And this for me is a great kind of replacement. Like, this smells so good, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It is gourmand, right? But I love it, okay? You just want to bite your whole arm off, okay? It's that good. And then I have the lotion, nice, thick lotion, okay? You see it's not completely sliding off my hand, you know, immediately. It didn't really move at all, so we like that. Nice and thick and rich. Oh, and it smells good. I will say over here, it's punching up the almond. The almond is definitely more punched up in the lotion, but smells amazing. I love that scent, Love Letter. Because Love Letter, to be honest, was outside of Super Pink, the other scent that I was just like, oh, I know I'm gonna love it because it has pink pepper, and I like fragrances that use a pink pepper note. It has pink pepper, velvety iris, creamy woods, and musk. I like creamy woods, I like musk. Pepper. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? They say this is a delicate floral and it is quietly magnetic. It has a hint of pink pepper with the iris petals, the warm finish of the musk, and the creamy woods, right? I don't know, you guys. This one, I can't stop, I'm sorry. And it doesn't feel greasy, but you can see that my hand is moisturized, okay? Don't play with it. Okay, the moisturization is there. The blend of those notes to me did not work. super well. Like it's fine. It gives like it could go with like Commodities juice, which has like I don't know if it's Turkish rose in it, but there's rose in it that can be a little potent. And I think the pink pepper with the iris, which I like iris, all of those things together kind of were very sharp and potent to my nose. But it does give like niche fragrance vibe. That's what it gives, but it doesn't have that juicy fruitiness that juice has from Commodity. That kind of makes it work well. It's missing something, I feel like. So I didn't love that one. I think the color of the packaging is great. And again, the potential was there, but I don't know. I just, maybe some raspberry would have like took it over for me, but it's fine. Next one I'm gonna talk about is First Blush, because I did buy 2 of the Mist. This one has notes of, on the front anyway, juicy pear, honeysuckle, and sandalwood, okay? But the extended notes on the back say dazzling pink pepper, which, exactly, you know what I mean? Juicy pear, white tea, and peach. Middle notes are palm leaves, honeysuckle, gardenia, and Mediterranean fig. And the base notes are salty driftwood, sandalwood, clean musk. Now, if you are a clean routine girly, if you are a laundered scent girly, if you are a fresh scent girly, which is my lane, I like a fresh scent, this is the one, surprisingly, because in the collection I was like, man, they really don't have nothing that's just straight like a clean or aquatic or like an air, but this is that. And it's unassuming. I wouldn't think that from First Blush at all. And I don't know if they even describe it that way. They say it's bright, fresh, and full of possibilities. I agree with that. It is a very fresh scent, but I'm not gonna hold you. It is floral down, okay? Very floral down. But the clean musk here and the driftwood and sandalwood and all that, it gives out of the shower. The floral gives me in, like you put your nose in an actual like flower, which can be fresh as well, so it pairs well with the other notes here. I am obsessed with this one. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, if you are not a floral girl, I understand, because your nose is probably gonna first just pick up straight floral. But underneath all that, that clean musk, it's giving me spring day, fresh out the shower, like all of that. I love it, but it is floral, so I'm not gonna, you know, I have to be transparent about it like it is. But the packaging, it still gave me my pink, which I'm super excited about. I just love it. That is the new hair and body mist collection and lotion collection from Athena, or at least my thoughts on it. I love options, and I'm so happy that there are more options available, so you don't feel chained to like the big 2, or at least the big 2 that I talk about a lot on this channel. And I'm loving the way that Athena is going about it. I think it's phenomenal. I highly recommend the Golden Vanilla, the Salted Sunset, definitely First Bloom. Amber Hours is cool. Like I said, Petal Bloom is cool. Super Pink is cool. She's alright. Those are my thoughts on this collection. Let me know if you have tried these out below, and if you're intrigued by this, or just how you're feeling about these new products, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. God bless. Bye.